everyone, so I have a massive book haul. This is my first book haul of 2025. I've been really good this month not buying books, but then I went out and I hit up a couple bookstores, library bookstores, and I ended up making out pretty well. I grabbed a lot of the books that have been on my radar. The first book I grabbed was Bright Young Women. So I enter the Goodreads giveaways pretty consistently, and this is one book that I've been wanting and constantly entering into, so it was fun to grab. This looks like a book, an atmosphere of dread and anxiety, bright young women whose lives have been cut short by craven actions of sociopaths. So this book has been getting some really good reviews, and I've been wanting to read it for a while, so this was a fun find. I also grabbed The Unbearable Lightness of Being. This was definitely on my radar, and it was like a basically brand new, looks very good, so I was excited to grab that. I also grabbed Wellness. This is another book that I consistently entered into the giveaway for, and also that keeps getting pretty great reviews. And this is a love story of dislodged chronology, so that sounds like fun. I also grabbed Room. This is one of those disturbing books that I've been putting off, but I still wanted to read it, so I decided now is the time to grab a copy. I also got this play, Glengarry Glen Ross. I remember we watched the movie. This one, the 1984 Pulitzer Prize for Drama, and I remember really liking the movie that we watched, so it was fun to get the play. So got Glory. Let's see, the author of this book won a Booker Prize, or was the finalist for a Booker Prize for We Need New Names. So this also seemed poetic, unsentimental, lyrical, spiky, meditative. Yeah, so this looks like the type of book I would enjoy. This book by Alice McDermott, Absolution. I believe this was nominated for a Woman's Prize, or won the Woman's Prize. I'm not sure, but I've been wanting to get it, and it was only $1. I think the last time I saw this on sale was like $6, so I was excited to grab that. And also Mad Honey. I saw everyone I know reading this book last year, so I wanted to give it a shot, even though I'm not really a Jodi Picoult? Sorry. I apologize. I've never read one of her books. I have no idea how to say her last name. I'm not a big fan of hers. I've never read anything by her before, so this might be my first. So we'll see. And then finally, for my fiction stack, I got Son of a Witch. I'm trying to read Wicked right now. I'm not loving it. It's really strange and very disturbing, but I just grabbed Son of a Witch because it's the sequel. Why not? I don't think Gregory Maguire's books are very well rated, but now with the Wicked movie coming out, which really is incredible, I've kind of wanted to see what the fuss is about. Now for my nonfiction books, I got The Metaphysical Club, The Story of Ideas in America. This, I think, was the first book I bought this year. I actually bought this at a thrift store, a library by my son's house, and so it's been a couple weeks. And I did start reading it, and I'm having a hard time getting through it. This won the Pulitzer Prize, and this is mostly about ideas, but the problem is I'm just not too familiar with the ideas that are discussed in this book, so I'm not as engaged as I would be in a book that I'm more familiar with. But I'm going to keep trying, and hopefully I can build on this experience and become a little more well-versed with this area. I also grabbed Wild Swans. I finished another book about China this month, and I really enjoyed it, and this came up as a really good book to read about the history of China through the stories of three daughters. So I've known about this book for a long time, and then I saw a YouTube video of someone who really loved it. And I think I have another book on the history of Chairman Mao by this author. So grab that one. This is a book I've been avoiding. I do like Michael Lewis. I've read a lot of his work. Some I liked, some I didn't. And I know this book is very controversial because I think he comes out as very favorable to Bitcoin and SBF. And I'm not so sold on this man who he interviews. It's Samuel Bankman-Fried, SBF. So we'll see. This book I purchased mainly out of curiosity. for what he ends up saying, which I don't think I'm going to end up agreeing with, but why not? I also got Ariel by Sylvia Plath. This is her manuscript. It's a facsimile of her manuscript, and I believe this is her poetry, which I've been wanting to read for a long time, ever since I read her book. I think this is one of the few other things that she has out, so I wanted to get it because I'm a pretty big fan of hers. I also was drawn to this book, 100 Words to Make You Sound Great. I've read other books in this series, and they've been really quick and fun and enjoyable, so I didn't see that one before, so that was fun. This was an impulse buy, our great philosopher Gert Hoffmann. I just like the look of this book. That's really all there is to it. It was short. It was pretty. It was just such a cute little book. So I don't know who Gert Hoffmann is. I don't know anything about philosophy. This is probably just going to go in my stack of books that I keep buying on subjects that I aspire to be well-versed in, unfortunately. Yeah. Another book that I bought was by Harold Bloom. I've bought a lot of books by him. I have not read any of them. But this one appealed to me because he just goes through famous literature like Anna Karenina, War and Peace, Les Miserables, Vanity Fair, Wuthering Heights, etc., all the good stuff. And he discusses it, and I thought, why not? I've accumulated many of his other books, haven't read them, but he seems to be, he seems to know what he's talking about on some level. Hopefully this year I'll make some progress towards reading more of his work. I believe this is David Sedaris' most recent book. I don't think I read this one yet, so I've read all his other work, and I think this is the one that just came out in the last couple years. 2024? Hopefully. No, this one came out in 2022, and I just neglected to read it. So finally got it for $2 at a thrift store. Yay, I can add this to my collection. I bought Washington, A Life by Ron Chernow. I really like the way this author paints portraits of historical figures. I sometimes have trouble following other writers, especially with George Washington. I have a bunch of other books about him that I've just not been able to get into because they're a bit dry. But I read the book that he wrote on Alexander Hamilton, and I loved it. It was just such an exciting, well-written, powerful book. I can see why Lin-Manuel Miranda ended up writing Hamilton, the musical, after reading it. I could hear the music in my head as I was reading Alexander Hamilton. So that's why I wanted to get Washington, A Life, also by Ron Chernow, to see if he can make this area of history a little more exciting for me. And then I got Will Smith's biography. This was also kind of an impulse buy. I just read Ron Howard's biography, The Boys, and I enjoyed it a lot. So I think I'm a little more open to more celebrity memoirs this year. And I've always liked Will Smith. I kind of want to know more about what's going on with him, with all the stuff in the news in the last couple of years. So it's a really nice cover. It's a very pretty book. And I think I have some friends who read this book and they said it was good. So why not? I got Declutter Like a Mother. I did read this book many years ago, and I've been wanting to reread it. I got it from the library last time. And every time I read another book on decluttering or organization or simplifying, I just kind of get into this frenzied mindset of just going through my house and getting all my stuff cleaned out and getting everything super organized and really making my house more intentional, making sure we use everything in my house. So I thought this would be a good book to read to start off the new year, to get organized and clean. And then finally I got Gut. This book was pretty well rated, and it's all about gut health, which is something that I have been very interested in recently, just to understand it better. And this was just such a cute little book, and it has cute little pictures, and it looks fun. It looked like a fun read. So anyway, so those are all the books that I got in January of 2025, and hopefully I can keep my purchases reasonable. I went a little overboard last year, but this year I would like to continue decluttering or curating my collection to the books that our family will enjoy and read for many years to come. Thank you for watching.